Welcome to Superhero Stories. I am your host, Captain EJ. Today, we'll be exploring the world of Iron Man. All you have to do is close your eyes, get cozy, and listen to the sound of my voice. Captain EJ will be your guide. This story is brought to you by my friend, Mrs. Honeybee. Let's begin. You and Iron Man run side by side through the city. Thanos is causing trouble, and it's up to you two to save the rest of Iron Man's superhero pals and then defeat Thanos. Where are they? Sighs Iron Man. The eyes of his mask glow as he searches the city for his friends. Every step he takes with his iron suit goes clang, clang, clang. You've been searching for the other Avengers for a very long time. You're getting tired, but you won't ever give up. Suddenly, you hear someone shouting for help in the distance. You tug on Iron Man's arm and point toward the sound. "It's the rest of the Avengers," gasps Iron Man. He scoops you up and flies you quickly toward where his friends have been locked in a magical cage. "The key has to be around here somewhere," says Iron Man. You two begin to hunt for the key, but all the while, you're sure that Thanos is getting closer and closer. Then you see something glimmering on the road. You scoop it up. It's the key. You rush back to the magical cage and unlock it as fast as you can. The Avengers are free. "Thanks," says Captain America. The Hulk lumbers over, punching one green fist into his big green palm. "Now we go after Thanos," he roars. Then he looks down at you. "You coming too?" "Of course they're coming along," laughs Iron Man. "That's the bravest one around." You grin and nod. You talk about strategy with the Avengers and what your battle plans are. You kneel down on one knee and draw in the dirt a game plan for defeating Thanos. You know that together, as a unit, you can defeat Thanos. Iron Man puts his arm around your shoulder and all the Avengers huddle up. "We're in this together," Iron Man says. "Let's handle business." "Now we just have to find Thanos," says Captain America. "You won't have to look hard," shouts someone from nearby. A giant purple man stomps toward you. It's Thanos. He looks very scary, but you try to stay brave. "It's okay to be a little scared," Captain America whispers to you. "All that matters is that you act with courage." You smile gratefully up at Captain America, and Iron Man pats you on the shoulder. Then, Thanos begins to attack. He rushes forward, but the Hulk runs up to meet him. Captain America and Iron Man quickly join in too. You cheer for your friends as loud as you can, jumping up and down as the Avengers and Thanos battle. For a while, you can't tell who's winning. But you don't stop believing in the Avengers. They can do anything. You scoop down and pick up a rock, throwing it at Thanos when you see a chance. The rock bounces right off his forehead, and just for a moment, the evil supervillain is distracted. The Avengers take their chance. They grab Thanos and use all their skill to send him back to his home planet. "No!" shouts Thanos as he vanishes. The city is saved. "We couldn't have done it without you," says Iron Man. "You threw that rock with perfect timing. Now let's get you home safe." Captain America and the Hulk grin and nod. They ask you, "How did you know when to throw that rock?" And again you just smile and nod. "I followed my intuition," you say. "It hasn't let me down yet. Intuition is my superpower." You travel back to your house together, and you stand on your front porch and wave at them as they leave. You're exhausted, but you can rest easy knowing that the city is in good hands with the Avengers. Today, we'll be exploring the world of Iron Man. Let's begin. You are here in his Malibu mansion overlooking the ocean from his penthouse laboratory. Iron Man is doing calculations on a big whiteboard in the lab. With his back to you, and his arm reaching further and further to the side as the formula on the board gets longer. Walk over to the floor-to-ceiling window and push them open. The wall of windows opens onto a glass balcony. Step by step, walking onto the balcony, you can see the foaming waves below. At the edge of the balcony, take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. The cool, salty air comes in through your nose and your chest expands with refreshing air. Then breathe out through your mouth and feel the sun shining down on you. Iron Man exclaims back in the lab, so you walk back to where he is and stand in front of a whiteboard completely filled with formulas, plans, and proofs. He is ecstatic, jumping up and down, cheering, and gives you a big hug out of sheer excitement. Iron Man has figured out a problem that he has been working on for a very long time. Now, with you here, he's finally going to test it out. He leads you back to a shiny new Iron Man suit that glistens in the sunshine. Iron Man stands over a workbench and you stand next to him, handing him tools and helping him adjust the latest version of the suit with the newest mathematical findings. Then he spins around and claps his hands. He's ready to try it out for the first time, but he'll need your help. He hands you a remote control. If his work is correct, he'll need you to activate a reactor in his suit that will allow him to fly beyond the Earth's atmosphere into outer space without a ship. Jarvis forms a golden circle around Iron Man to get him into the new suit. Iron Man takes a deep breath in through his nose as Jarvis places his helmet on his hand. When he breathes out through his mouth, the helmet shuts over his face and he's ready to try it out. Follow him out to the balcony again, where he'll launch. Flames shoot out from his feet and his hands as he launches straight up into the air, swerving out over the ocean. He gives you the signal and you activate the reactor, which makes even bigger flames shoot out from his feet, and he launches above the clouds. You can't see him anymore, looking from one side all the way to the other, along the ocean horizon. Then all of a sudden Jarvis says, "Uh-oh," and Iron Man is upside down, falling out of the sky into the ocean. He lands with a little splash, then swims to the shore in defeat and climbs up the stairs to the penthouse lab. Something malfunctioned in the suit, but he thinks he knows exactly what it is. He runs back to the workbench, pulls an identical suit out, and works on upgrading the two suits simultaneously. You stand beside him, helping him and learning all the science and technology involved in the suit, because that second suit is just for you. If this is successful, and he's confident it will be, then you and Iron Man will be at the cutting edge of space travel technology. He wields one last part onto your suit and it's complete. He sends over your very own AI like Jarvis to help you get into the suit. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth as your AI places the helmet over your head. Then it opens the suit in half for you to step inside, and it fastens it around you. Then you and Iron Man, looking identical, walk back out to the balcony where you will launch from. This time, no remote control is needed because everything is built into the Iron Man suit you are wearing. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and feel the flames lift you slowly up off the glass balcony into midair with Iron Man. Then breathe out through your mouth and activate the secondary launch that will send you flying into space. With that, you and Iron Man instantly zoom over the ocean. Iron Man is flying in smoky, spiraling circles around you as you launch through the sky. You duck into and out of clouds, moving farther and farther away from the Earth's surface. Then Iron Man gets in front of you and leads the way. Following him, using the AI inside the helmet to activate the outer space mode on the suit, which will allow you to have all that you need to survive the trip through the Earth's atmosphere. In an instant, the bright sunshine fades to twinkling black. You and Iron Man did it. You got into space with just your suits. You and Iron Man are still traveling at top speeds until you take another slow, deep breath in through your nose
had come to a slow stop. When you breathe out through your mouth, a force within the suit allows you to float in place next to Iron Man. You are able to float right up to tiny stars and hold them in your red iron hand. Iron Man does somersaults, one right after the other, until he's dizzy. You turn upside down to see what outer space looks like upside down versus right side up. Anything you've ever dreamed of doing in space, you're able to do right now with Iron Man. Watch out, here comes an asteroid. Iron Man doesn't see it coming, but you shove him out of the way just in time. You and Iron Man enjoy the rest of the day playing and floating deep in outer space. He is so happy to spend time with you and advance the technology of Stark Industries.
Today, we'll be exploring the world of Iron Man. Let's begin. The wings of the helicopter beat loudly as it lowers you toward the desert. You peer outside, gazing down at the golden sand. Nearby, you spot Iron Man waving at you. The helicopter lands perfectly. Once its strong blades have stopped spinning, you leap out of the chopper. When you hop down, a little cloud of sand puffs up at your feet. The sun is high and bright in the sky, and the air is very hot as Iron Man walks toward you. "Hey there," says Iron Man. "I'm glad you made it. Did you enjoy riding in my helicopter?" You laugh and nod. The ride in was amazing. You were so high in the sky that the people on the ground looked like little ants. You'd been so surprised when Iron Man asked if he could fly you out to the desert in his helicopter. He said he wanted you to see some of the new features he added to his powerful suit. You can't wait to see what cool improvements Iron Man has made. Behind Iron Man, several wooden shacks have been put up. There are also lots of cactuses and even a few cars. He turns around and points at everything. "I set all this up to test my new suit," he explains. "I put some new lasers and cannons into my suit, so I'll need to make sure that they're firing properly. I've also increased the boosters in my suit so that I can fly even faster than before. Are you ready for a show?" You take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. You clap your hands together and nod eagerly. "Great," says Iron Man. "Watch this." Light bursts from under Iron Man's hands and feet before he shoots way up into the air. He soars so high so fast that you would have missed the sight if you had blinked. Your hair is blown back from your forehead and sand swirls all around you. You cover your eyes for a moment until the sand falls back down to the ground. Then you tilt your head back, squinting through the sunlight to try to find Iron Man in the sky. At first, you don't see anything at all. But then you notice something glinting in the distance like a shooting star. It's Iron Man. He's flying so fast that you have a hard time keeping your eyes on him. It's amazing how quickly he can soar. You wonder what it must feel like to zoom through the sky. Flying in the helicopter was lots of fun, but there's no way it can compare to flying in a supersuit like the one Iron Man has. Iron Man flies over you, sending sand flying in all directions. You laugh and shield your face, then you peek through your fingers to watch what he's going to do next. A thin laser shoots out from his suit, slicing one of the wooden buildings clean in half. The shack falls apart, collapsing against the ground as you cheer louder and louder. With a suit like that, Iron Man can take down any evil villain. You take a deep breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. You can't believe you're here at Iron Man's training facility. A few minutes later, Iron Man again flies by. You hold your breath and eagerly wait for his next awesome trick, but he lands next to you instead of doing anything. Has something gone wrong? "You know," he begins, tapping his chin thoughtfully, "I've been thinking. It's one thing to fly the suit myself, but I need to be able to see it in action too. Could you do me a favor and take the suit for a spin? I'll need you to test the lasers and boosters." Your jaw drops so low that you almost taste the desert sand. Iron Man wants you to try out his suit, and he says it'd be a favor to him? As if you could say no to that. You leap up and down in excitement as he presses a few buttons on his suit, and then steps out of it. He gestures for you to take his place. You take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth as you slowly move closer to the metal suit. Will it fit you as perfectly as it fit Tony Stark? You're not so sure. Go on, he says with a chuckle. Nodding, you step into the suit. Immediately, it vibrates all around you and gives a strange hissing sound. Then, the suit shrinks to fit your size. When you're ready, blast off, calls Tony Stark. Your heart is racing with excitement as you prepare yourself to fly. You take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Then begin to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Using the powerful boosters, you zoom up into the air like a rocket. You soar higher and higher, laughing loudly as you do huge loop-de-loops and spirals through the air. Far below you, you can hear Tony Stark clapping and cheering. You press a button on your chest as you soar over the cars that Iron Man set out for the test. A blast shoots out from the suit, exploding the cars. Fire sparks up toward the sky as you do one more big spin. You're zooming through the air at what feels like 1,000,000 miles an hour. You shoot a laser at one of the wooden houses and knock it over in one try. Keep going, you're a natural, Iron Man yells from the ground. The sun is going down now and the stars start to glimmer all around you. It's getting late and it's time you return the suit to Tony Stark. Your heart leaps into your throat as you dive as quickly as you can back toward the ground. You fly faster and faster downward and the suit rattles around you. Wind whips around your head. Finally, you land and the earth shakes beneath your feet. Tony grins proudly at you and folds his arms over his chest. As you step out of the suit, you're breathless. You had the time of your life flying over the desert in Iron Man's supersuit. That was an amazing test run, he says. You showed me just how powerful my new suit is. Next time I have to test it out, you're going to be the one I call. Even though Iron Man said that testing his suit would be a favor to him, you're the grateful one. Tony turns to you and says, I'll be calling you again soon to test out some upgrades to my suit. Make sure you're ready. You smile and respond, don't worry, I'm always ready. Today, we'll be exploring the world of Iron Man. Let's begin. The clear blue water is cool as you float around and kick your legs in the pool. The view around you is wonderful and the weather is very warm. You can hardly believe that you're at Tony Stark's Malibu mansion for the day. You've had an awesome time swimming and relaxing in the sun. Plus, Tony has all kinds of cool gadgets to play with. Hey, calls Tony. You look over your shoulder. You have to squint through the bright sun, but you spot him nearby, except, wait, he's put on his Iron Man suit. You gasp and climb to your feet. Did something happen? Does Iron Man have to go rescue someone? Water drips down your legs and forms little puddles around your toes. Your legs are chilly now. Don't worry, Iron Man says with a laugh. Nothing is wrong. I just came up with a fun idea. You're always ready for a challenge, aren't you? You tilt your head curiously. What kind of ideas could Iron Man have come up with? I want to race you. I have another Iron Man suit I can let you borrow. I bet I'm way faster than you, says Iron Man with a smirk. You grin at Iron Man and shake your head. No way. You can definitely beat him. At least, you think you can. Then again, Iron Man is really fast and really strong. Uh-oh. You might have bitten off more than you can chew. Still, there's no way you're backing down now. A race with Iron Man in one of his awesome superhero suits would be way too fun to miss. Iron Man presents you with your very own iron suit. You climb inside and the suit pops and hisses around you. It shrinks to fit you perfectly. You practice wiggling your fingers and bending your knees, then you hop up and down. The suit isn't that heavy. Maybe you've got a shot at winning this race. You follow Iron Man to the side of his mansion. In front of you is a track that Iron Man has already laid out. The first one to circle the mansion will be the winner. The two of you take your places, and Iron Man begins to count down. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. 3, begins Iron Man. 2, 1. You and Iron Man blast off. You both rocket through the air. Blasters shoot from your hands and feet as you fly faster and faster. Even though you're trying your best, Iron Man zooms ahead of you. He's even faster than you expected. You might really be in trouble. You won't give up that easily, though. Like Iron Man said, you love a challenge. As you fly through the air, doing your best to try to catch up to Iron Man, you try and take the inside corner around turns. You're determined not to let Iron Man beat you. The finish line is getting closer and Iron Man is still ahead. Focusing hard, you grit your teeth. You can do this. You can hardly hear anything but the wind whipping around you. Approaching the last turn, you fly extra low to the ground and squeeze in around the corner. At the last second, your determination pays off. You manage to squeak ahead of Iron Man as you soar across the finish line. You can hardly believe it. He can hardly believe it. You won the race. You try to stop, but you're still going too fast. You skid across the grass and then plunge into the pool. Good thing that metal suit is waterproof. Iron Man laughs and grins at you happily. You're right. We should celebrate your big win with a swim. Iron Man zooms into the air and then drops down into the middle of the pool with a big cannonball. Water splashes and flies everywhere, and Iron Man just laughs. After we cool off, let's race again. I need a rematch, says Iron Man. Today, we'll be exploring the world of Iron Man. Let's begin. The car rocks slightly back and forth as it steers down a quiet and peaceful road. You let your head rest against the window so you can watch fields of flowers float by. The sun is shining brightly in the sky and it warms the glass against your forehead. You yawn, trying to stay awake, but your eyelids are getting heavier and heavier. The radio plays soft music, but you can't make out what the songs are because it's so quiet. You notice that the music suddenly cuts off so the DJ can say something, but the volume is still too low for you to hear, and you're too sleepy to turn it up. Just as your eyes start closing, you spot something glint across the sky. It looked like something was flying overhead. You curiously open your eyes again, but you see nothing. Maybe it was your imagination. Shrugging, you lean back in your seat. You begin to drift off again when the car veers sideways. The car shakes as it pulls off the road. Ahead of you, a few other cars have done the same thing. Now they're all honking their horns. What is happening? From the corner of your eye, you see something fly through the sky again. You decide that you need to get a better look at whatever is going on. Frowning, you push open your door and step outside. A few other people have also climbed out of their cars and are looking around. The radio said to get off the road, someone explains to you. We don't know why. You walk over to the side of the road. You look one way and see nothing. You look the other way and see nothing. At first. Suddenly, far down the road, you spot a truck careening wildly toward you. Behind it is a trailer that seems to be filled with horses. Oh no! A strange noise echoes from behind you. You turn around just as someone flies down from the sky and lands next to you. You can hardly believe your eyes. It's Iron Man. We've got trouble, the superhero states in a grim voice. There's been a highway heist. A trailer full of beautiful horses has been stolen. I need your help to stop the thieves. You take one look back down the road toward the speeding truck. You can hear the horses neighing and crying from here. They must be so scared in that trailer, and you bet the owners of the horses are worried too. You look back up at Iron Man and nod quickly. You'll do whatever you can to help out. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Iron Man grins. His red metal suit gleams in the bright sun. Then let's do this, he says. His rocket boosters flare from his hands and feet as he starts to fly up into the air. Initially, you're not sure how you'll ever keep up with him. He needs to fly if he's going to catch up with the fast truck. What should you do? A sudden idea springs to your mind. As fast as you can, you climb up onto the hood of your mom's car. Your parents are probably going to complain about shoe marks on the glass later, but right now, you have horses to save. From the roof of the car, you leap onto Iron Man's back. He soars through the sky toward the racing truck and trailer. You ride on his back like he's a super-powered skateboard. The sun is so bright that it's hard to see, and the wind is rushing so fast around you that you can barely hear anything. Still, you grit your teeth and keep your eyes locked on the fast truck. Iron Man came to you for help, so you need to do the best you can. You zoom over cars and trees until you finally get closer to the truck. Inside the front of the truck, you can see the thieves. The driver grips the steering wheel tight as he races around the curves of the road. Inside the trailer, the horses toss their heads and look anxiously for help. They look so scared, they need help now. Iron Man dips low over the trailer. You realize that this is your moment to act. You leap off of Iron Man onto the trailer. You land on top of the trailer and your fingers dig into the smooth metal roof, keeping you from falling off. The driver of the truck wildly lurches the vehicle back and forth on the road. He's trying to shake you off, but you refuse to let go. You're not letting them get away with the horses. Iron Man points a laser right at the truck, shooting the two front tires. The tires explode loudly and the truck skids to a stop. Now that the truck has stopped moving, you climb down from the roof of the trailer into the back where the horses are waiting. The moment you land next to them, they immediately nuzzle their faces against you as if they're thanking you. You pet every single one of the horses so they know that they're going to be just fine. They're all so cute and friendly. Suddenly, you hear a commotion from the front of the truck. You peer out of the side of the trailer in time to see Iron Man tackle the thief. The robber had tried to escape, but he was no match for you and Iron Man. "You saved our horses," a man and woman shout happily as they rush up to the trailer. "Thank you so much." You grin brightly at them, proudly looking on as Iron Man apprehends the robber and then fixes the truck's tires. You and Iron Man worked great together. Thanks to your help, Iron Man stopped the robber from getting away with the beautiful horses. Everything is A-OK now that you and Iron Man saved the day. That concludes our story. I can't wait to see you again. Captain EJ, over and out.